How's it going out there, everyone? Today we're going to talk about building a simple data-driven app using NextJS, Bun.sh, and TypeScript. Okay, so what is Bun.sh? Let's head over to that. Bun is a fast, all-in-one JavaScript runtime. You can bundle, transpile, and install and run JavaScript and TypeScript projects. All in Bun. You can do all of this in Bun. Bun is a new JavaScript runtime with a native bundler, transpiler, task runner, and NPM client built in. Why is this cool? Well, one, you can see they're definitely boasting on performance. And if you've developed anything and you sort of wait for things to happen, this is a big win for us. So I think this is great. I'm not going to get into too much of that. I just want to build an app with you. And so I think one thing we're going to use is this JSON placeholder. We'll use this to fetch data. Well, actually, this will be our repository for data. Here it is here. We're going to fetch all this data into a Next.js app using TypeScript and Bun. And that's basically what we're going to do. There's a hack that I ran into that didn't run into, but I created a little hack here in a private gist. I can make this public, but there was an issue with fetching. And if I look on their website, it says same origin fetch inside of, this is Bun's documentation. And it says same origin fetch inside of get static props or get server side props doesn't work. And I made a tutorial yesterday and I was doing the same thing. And then I got here to the fetching part on a dynamic route and it would not work. And I was going in circles. So anyways, let's dive into this. The first thing we're going to do to get Bun installed, we are going to grab this command here, this curl command. And if you don't already have it installed, go ahead and install it somewhere, open a terminal and install it. It should wire it up correctly. Once you have that installed, just type in Bun, hit enter, and you should see that you have things working. Now, one of the things you can do is you can run a server. You can bundle packages. You can create a project using a template. In this example, they use Next. That's what we're going to do. Why don't we go ahead and just do that? And we're just going to copy this guy. But what we want to do instead is change this. I'm going to change this to Bun Next Fetch app or something. Okay, so there we go. We've installed the Next.js app with Bun. You can see how quick it was. Now we can just cd into this directory and hit Bun dev to see things working. Click on localhost. There you go. You're already up and running. What we'll do is we'll open up the code again. We'll take a look at what we have with Bun, just running the init function. So out of the box, for some reason, they gave us components. I think just as an example, you have a title, hey, okay, cool. And then there's the subtitle here, I guess, because that's imported from hey. Yeah, okay, so they're just checking to see that the components in the inheritance work. Standard things here with Next.js, you have an app_app file and an index file. Everything else is standard except for the bun lock B file and the bun fig, which I love that word, toml file. So this one here just sets your framework. Let's just say it was a something else. I don't know, just Node or maybe create React app. I don't know if that's possible. Let's see what they said there. Where was that? Yeah, React Hono. I don't even know this. We should try that. What is that? What is Hono? Simple, small, ultra fast. Hono means flame in Japanese. Oh, very nice. I love that. I only know Sando, which is sandwich, I think. Is a small, simple, ultra fast web framework for Cloudflare. Ooh, very nice. And very cool. We'll check that one out another time. That's pretty cool. That's great. Now, all right, so you get the idea. You can change this up here. And the other thing that we have is this node modules.bun, which from my understanding, it takes the node modules hijacks them into this compiler file here, and in a bun file, rolls it all up into a bun. I don't want to step on a roll-up's toes here, but they bun it. They bun it instead. They put it in a bun. They put it in the oven. It's great. I love these names. And the same here. So for client and server, I'm assuming. I guess that's what that is. All right, so let's dive into it. Let's just quickly build this. We're going to cut away. We'll keep this. We're going to turn this into a title. So we'll just say title. And with this one, we're going to get rid of this guy, and we're going to make some kind of a list. We'll just say for now, we'll just do that. And we'll say list here. Now, okay, so we don't have a title. We're going to need, actually, this list. What am I doing here? We're going to do this. We'll say the title is going to be, the title of this is going to be not that. It's going to be list. And then from there, I think we'll do, we will do what? Let's just say div. And in here, yeah, well, actually, that's a great idea. Let's just do unordered lists. We'll make a list. UL, yeah. And then here, we'll just say whatever for now. Okay, we're going to map through this list. First, though, we need some data. So export, yes, although I'm not so sure. Let's just do get server side. I don't know if that was the right thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, instead of this is kind of ridiculous. We're going to say posts. We're going to fetch all the posts. Where are we going to fetch those from? We're going to say const res yes, but we don't want that URL. We want this URL here. Okay, so we're going to grab all the posts inside of here. We're going to say const exactly. Thank you, code pilot. And there's our posts. Now we can bring in posts here, and we can say posts map here, right here. We can say exactly post map. And then we can say post, give this a key, post ID, which I believe it has an ID. It does have an ID. It has a title. So we'll say this is the title. And that's about all I want to do for that. So if we go back now and we run this, we should actually see something working here. If we do bun dev, I love just how quick it is. Okay, we got one little issue here, and that would be posts. What does it not like about that? Error rendering route. Really? I haven't experienced that. Let's see. Cannot read of undefined map. That would be because you need probably to check that it's available first. So we'll say if no posts, return, I don't know. What should we say? Well, we can also just, this is not my favorite way of doing it, but why don't I just wrap this thing around? Or I say, if there are posts, then list those posts. No, it still doesn't work. What am I doing wrong? Cannot read properties of undefined reading map. Right, so that usually means it's not a function. So that clears it up, but does that give us the same? Okay, so there's no error, but it's still not working. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I should probably return this. And we'll go here. Boy. Does that work? And no. And that doesn't work because of why? Let's see. Posts, props, posts. Posts come up here. If there are posts, then render. Has a key, a post ID, post title, post. That's fine. Huh. Same thing happened yesterday. Couldn't figure it out. Also the next, not next package, but next, the next link does not work either, from what I noticed. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. See, that's the other problem. It says it's running here, but I guess it is running. It is fine. Let me try to do bun install again. Didn't do anything. Okay. Got no error. Let me reference, I did have it all working. So let me reference this post. Okay, so in here, I'm saying get server-side props. I see one problem. That is get server-side props. Let's see if that works. I had a misspelling. Let's save it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, everything's good. All right, so there we go. Now let's link to these things. So this is our list. Let's say in this one, let's go into the styles, and we would go to home. Yep. Main. I think there's probably an overflow hidden or something on here. No, there's not, but there's definitely here. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of this class here for now. And I'm just going to omit it and get rid of the style tag for now. And just reload that thing. All right, so let's just say this is bad practice, but I'm doing it just for the demo. Padding 10. And what else? Can we limit this? I don't know if we can do that. How do you limit? Limit. Yeah. No limit. Okay, well, all right. Well, let's pretend that that is all working fine. And the other part I'm going to do here is add a link. So inside of here, I'm going to say next, and I'll try to see if this works now. It didn't work before. Next link, href equals. We'll bring this guy here. We'll go here, add that to the packages. And then we will say, and yes, we do want the router. Actually, we don't need the router in this case, because we're just going to say this, and we're going to say posts, and we're going to take the ID, and we're going to post dot ID, And yeah, see how it doesn't work? It doesn't like this. If I put children on it, A and A, then still doesn't work. And if I was to remove next link and put this href on the anchor tag below, it works. So that's another problem you may run into. I call this next link. You may call it link, but I don't like that. So, okay, these work. And now if I click on one, it goes to the right post, the right ID. Okay, so now let's go build that page. And to build that, we'll use some dynamic routing features here from Next, and we'll say post as a new page, a new folder rather, and then inside of that, we'll say dynamic square brackets id.tsx. And this one, we can basically copy what we have on the home page. And the thing that we're going to do differently though, oh, that limit didn't work. I can remove that. The thing that we're going to do different though is instead of mapping, we're just going to show one. So we don't need the ULs, and we can just show title here. Now we can say post.title. And here we can get rid of that. Now this won't work on just one. We need the ID. So to get that one, we'll say, instead this will be post.title instead of posts. So we'll say post, right in all those references. And really what we want to do is post /1, let's just say. And that's what we want. But, let's see, did I kill the server or what happened here? Posts, and where am I referencing it to? I'm going posts and then post ID. And I have that posts ID. Why doesn't that work? Posts 49 cannot found 404. Let me stop the server, start the server again, refresh it. There we go. Okay. Now it's complaining it has a style property that can't be referenced properly. Again, for this one, we'll just say, we will say, I did that all wrong. Oh boy. And we will say, in here, we'll just say padding. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I will. And I got one too many. Okay. Yep. All right. So there is our, now if I change this number up here to say 33, we'll get the same one because I hard coded it. So the goal here now is to turn this into something dynamic, and we would say something like ID. The ID is the ID from whatever parameter you have set in the page. And that's important to know. So let's turn this into a dynamic string. And okay, right. We can't find the ID. Why? Well, we need context. Context will give us, the context should give us query, and that should give us ID. However, you'll notice nothing works. It doesn't bring it back. So you see post ID, right? But look here, query, it doesn't have the key. It's missing a key. So my hack here, I believe that's what this is. I'm assuming it is. Now, if I were to go and grab, where is it here? There's a page in here that should say, I find it this way. So if I console log context, then go to my terminal, you'll notice the same thing. Params are empty, query is empty, but it's not true. I mean, it is, the page works, but with Bun, I think in this version of Next, which I think is 12 point something, it doesn't seem to be working. So what I've been doing is just grabbing this resolved URL right here. And this isn't ideal. This is not ideal at all, but it's a work in progress. Bun was just released. So I think that this is totally fine. But if I now do context.resolved URL, I get post 33, which if I remove post here like that and change this to context, resolved URL, hit save, go back to the page, and there you go. So let's also add the body. So we'll say P, boy, I cannot type today. Or any day, ever. P, and gosh. And it should be post body. There we go. Okay, so there we go. And let's just add a nice little like HR or something here to separate something. So that's it. So all of these work now in Bun, TypeScript. I mean, this isn't technically TypeScript. We could turn this into TypeScript. I think you have to go like this. Function. Using function. How do I do this in TypeScript? I forget. Actually, I have a reference. So we have it working. So I'll go ahead and just grab this whole guy here. It's the same thing. What would be different is just the way it's styled. So if we go back to that page, here you go. Here's the posts. I grabbed the wrong one. This is the index. And let's grab that. Paste that one in. So that's TypeScript. I did the typings. And I can put this on GitHub for you guys just to explore. It's pretty simple. And let's see. And then I have another one for the ID, which is pretty much the same thing. But again, I had to use resolved URL. That's the only way I can get it to work. So, yeah. So there it is. The other thing to know, I think I mentioned it, but the link, this is link from Next, doesn't seem to work. Does not work in Bun. If I wrap it around here, it will fail. I don't know why, but it does. And that's that. All right, so there you go. There's the app. Let's go back to the home page. This is it now. We click on Audit at Developers. We should see that. I think I crashed the server. Hold on. Yeah, let me go back. Let me click on, let me refresh that. Okay, so then let me click on Amit said. There you go. So that's it, folks. That's how you use Next.js with Bun, sh, and TypeScript, and using a fetch example. And, you know, there's a lot on the roadmap here in Bun. I'm not a creator of Bun. I'm not a maintainer, and I'm not a contributor of Bun. Although I want to have a better overall developer experience. So I think this tooling makes things much better. And I love to see developers focus on this, because I think in the end, it's the happier we become and the more efficient we become as developers, then it just makes everything smoother. You build better products. You're not wasting time trying to get your environment working, which we've all done. And it can sometimes really just destroy the creative process and just the overall energy you have. So anyways, that's it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.